That's all right.
I think we're in backwards.
James, go check it. Go check it. And if they don't, figure out a plan.
Graduates and family members and friends, welcome, welcome, welcome this morning. You may have a seat. Love it. Love the energy this morning. It doesn't even feel like it's 8 o'clock in the morning at all here in Grizzly Nation, right? Good morning. Buenos dias. My name is Arturo Lomelí, proud principal of Glenn High School. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students, I would like to welcome you to Glenn High School's very first graduation ceremony. Today's ceremony will be in English, but before I begin, I would like to welcome our Spanish-speaking families. Buenos días y bienvenidos, padres y familiares. Quiero agradecer a todos. Hoy es un día muy especial. Es un día para celebrar el éxito de estos estudiantes. Vamos a seguir en inglés, pero quiero agradecer a ustedes para todo su apoyo y amor. Gracias. I wish I knew more languages, because if I did, I would have done a proper welcome to as many languages as possible. So thank you, families. And now I would like to introduce Glenn High School Student Body Secretary, Danielle Endel, and our Student Body Treasurer, Jerome McFoy, who will lead us in this morning's welcoming ceremonies.
Good morning, and welcome to Glenn High School's inaugural graduation. At this time, would you please stand for the presentation of colors by the Leander Independent School District Junior Air Force ROTC.
Have the mic a little closer because you can talk louder.
Okay. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by the Glenn High School Choir under the direction of Mrs. Brittany Nixon. You may be seated. We would like to introduce the distinguished guests who are joining us on stage today. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Dan Troxel. The 2018-2019 Leander ISD Board of Trustees, President Aaron Johnson. Vice President Grace Barber Jordan. Not in attendance, Secretary Trish Bodie. Member Gloria Gonzalez Delakia. Member Alexis Grimes. Not in attendance, Member Jim McKay. Member Pamela Wagner. Executive Administration, Matt Smith, Chief of Staff. Matt Bentz, Chief Academic Officer. Carrie Lynn McSpadden, Chief Human Resources Officer. John Graham, Area Superintendent. And from Glenn High School, Principal Arturo Lomeli. Namesake Tom Glenn. Dean of Instruction Jen Aragon. Teacher and Coach Alberto Guzman. Counselor Heather Curry. Counselor Jennifer Thomas. Administrative Assistant to Principal Janice Phelps. Lead Counselor Erica Heisey. Counselor Sabrina Anderson. Counselor Sarah Walker. From our feeder schools, Camacho Elementary Principal Gina Fleming. Baghdad Elementary Principal Christine Hilbun. Plain Elementary Principal Evelyn Crisp. Larkspur Elementary Principal Tracy Montanillo. Wiley Middle School Principal Brandon Evans. Leander Middle School Principal Mark Collar. Leo Principal Kathy White. We would like to thank all of our guests for joining us this morning. We are part of a very special school district. We know that our entire district and feeder schools have supported us and helped us get to this day. Please join me in welcoming Madeline Meads, our student body president, who will be providing our opening remarks.
Thank you for coming to the first ever graduation ceremony of Glenn High School. May 31st, 2019 forever marks the first time navy blue, orange, and white will grace the stage. Graduation is a time where we reflect on the things that we as students have done in order to reach this day, along with turn and look at those who helped us to get here. Today, I want to thank everyone that not only encouraged me throughout my time at Glenn, but also encouraged my peers. Teachers, without your help and constant guidance on quizzes that we may have complained about, or FRQs that maybe we didn't do so great on, we wouldn't be the people we are today, nor would we be here with all the knowledge and life skills that you have prepared us with. By doing what you love, you have been able to inspire and awaken the hearts of all of us in many different ways. Parents, without your help throughout our many years in school, getting us to and from places in order to be the best we can be in whatever we chose to pursue, some of us would not be sitting in these chairs awaiting the moment to walk across the graduation stage. Graduation is not about a single person or someone's single accomplishments, but rather the celebration that we have all made it to this place, this stage, and this very moment today due to not only our hard work, but the walls of Glenn High School providing a safe place for us to work and continue our education. While we have prepared for this day using the term graduation so happily, I would like to use the term commencement, a word that is used to mark the beginning of something. One of my favorite quotes is from a young boy named Matty Stepanek, and it reads, "Even though the future seems far away, it is actually beginning right now." Our future is something that none of us can tell you every detail about, but it is something that we are now prepared for because of all the hard work that took place behind the scenes to get us to today. So, congratulations to the inaugural class of 2019. I hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. At this time, I would like to welcome our principal, Mr. Arturo Lomeli, back to the podium for the presentation of our Salutatorian and Valedictorian.
Thank you, Maddie. As is tradition, this morning we will hear speeches from our class Valedictorian and Salutatorian. Before I introduce them, I would like to take a moment to honor our top 10 graduates based on cumulative GPAs for the class of 2019. As I call each name, I ask that they please stand and remain standing. Presley Pargan. Raquel Hopkins. Lisa Tsinka. Brianna Ramsey. Matthew Winkley. Grace Simmons. Thomas Harden. And Amanda Larson. Each student has been awarded a special gold medal that they are wearing today to commemorate their unique accomplishment at Glenn High School. Once again, let's give our top 10 students a round of applause. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce our first speaker and this year's salutatorian. Emily Jones is the daughter of Lisa and Dwayne Jones. She's a dedicated member of Glenn High School's National Honor Society and Family Career and Community Leaders of America program. She has also participated in various clubs at Glenn, such as the Locker. Before her time at Glenn, Emily attended Pleasant Hill Elementary and Wiley Middle School, both in LISD. She lists her favorite subjects as science and mathematics, and her hobbies include playing the guitar, reading, and spending time with family. As you can see, and you will hear, Emily is a well-rounded student who participated in many clubs and activities, all while earning a 5.400 GPA. Emily plans to attend the University of Texas at Austin this fall, study mechanical engineering at the Crockett School of Engineering. At UT, she will be participating in the Women's Engineering program along with many other students' organizations. Please join me in welcoming Miss Emily Jones. Hey, don't be afraid to get close to the mic because the kids aren't as loud as they thought they would be. Okay.
Yes. Good morning, students, family, friends, faculty, and guests. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Glenn High School's first ever graduation ceremony. Before I begin, I would like to thank our parents and families for the endless support and love you have given us throughout our lives. From packing our lunches in elementary school to waving us goodbye on our first day of senior year, you have been there for every step of the way. I would especially like to thank my own mom and dad for the countless laughs, jam sessions that include belting out the lyrics to Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and life lessons that have grown me into the strong woman I am today. As for teachers, although you have given us many dreaded tests and homework assignments, you are truly the reason why we are walking across this stage today. All of the tutorials and late nights spent grading essays and FRQs will not go unrecognized. Your passion for sharing knowledge and your ability to handle a room full of 30 teenagers every day deserves recognition beyond compare. Now, students, in all honesty, today is a weird day. Our last minutes together have finally arrived. I strongly encourage you, members of the class of 2019, to look around and fully appreciate the presence of your peers. This is the last time, all of us, one unified body of remarkable young men and women, will all be sitting in the same room together. I know I do not speak on my own behalf when I acknowledge the surreal and unique atmosphere we are surrounded by today. 3 years ago, we walked through the brand new doors of Glenn High School's gym, sporting our bright orange Grizzly t-shirts. Each and every one of us came from a different high school with no idea of what was to come. None of us knew that our theater program would advance the state in the first year of productions. Our band's wind ensemble would place among the top 16 4A bands statewide in honor band recordings, or our varsity football team would go to playoffs this past season. Class of 2019, we're the trailblazers of Glenn High School. From so many sports and fine arts programs advancing the state to the establishment of a variety of clubs, all of this began right here with us. This being said, it is now time to look toward our futures and continue to leave a mark wherever we may go. What we have learned at Glenn High School from our peers, our teachers, and from revelations within ourselves is what has prepared us for our next steps in life. I want you to take the knowledge and the experience you have gained from Glenn and use it to pursue your passions. Go be Tony-winning Broadway actresses, prosperous corporate lawyers, life-shaping educators, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalists, world-changing politicians, and everything else I know we have prepared each other to be. No matter where our diverging paths lead us, the drive, work ethic, and motivation we have to reach our goals is what truly matters. Having a passion for something is what sets you apart. The things you work for in life should not be defined by a number, such as a salary or even a ranking, but by your attitude and how you plan to fulfill your ambitions. American singer-songwriter Dave Grohl lives by the mantra, "No one is you, and that is your biggest power." Class of 2019, I encourage you to pave your own road, believe in yourself, and let no one else define you or your success but yourself. As our time here together comes to a close, I hope that each and every one of you feels a great sense of accomplishment. So, graduates, I urge you to embrace the wide range of opportunities placed before us as we step into new territory. Take what you have learned in the past 12 years and use it to make a positive impact in this world. Congratulations to the class of 2019. We did it.
Good job. Thank you, Emily. In recognition of your accomplishment as salutatorian, we have honored you with a special gold medal with Salutatorian engraved in it. We are extremely proud of you, and you have set a standard for future Grizzlies to strive for. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Glenn High School's very first valedictorian. Emily Marshall is the daughter of Delane and Darwin Marshall. She has attended LISD schools all of her life, starting at Giddens Elementary School and then Leander Middle School. Emily was a captain and team MVP during her 3-year varsity volleyball career. She has been an active member of the National Honor Society and since her sophomore year and is an AP scholar. Emily has excelled in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. She's an incredible example of the well-rounded students that we encourage at Glenn High School. She has done this all while maintaining a 5.467 GPA. This will be a common theme today, but Emily also plans to pursue a field in engineering. She plans to attend Texas A&M at College Station in the fall. Please join me in welcoming Glenn High School's very first valedictorian, Emily Marshall. There you go.
Thank you.
Good job, all right? Got it?
Yes. So I know there have been a lot of thank yous this morning, but I personally would like to begin by thanking those that have supported me throughout my journey. My teachers that have provided me not only the knowledge in the textbooks, but life lessons that will carry me throughout college and beyond. My friends that have stuck with me through thick and thin, because I know without you, my high school career would not have been nearly as fun. And of course, my family, especially one sitting here today. Your endless love and support throughout the years has allowed me to grow into the young woman I am. More specifically, I want to thank my mom, my dad, and my sister Hannah for their selflessness and always being loving and supportive towards everything I do, because I know without you, this journey would have been so much harder. Thank you all. My name is Emily Delane Marshall, and more often than not, people judge me based on my appearance rather than acknowledge my inner self-worth. Because I am more reserved, that must mean I'm antisocial. Because I am tall, I must naturally be athletic. Because I am blonde, I must be incompetent. And because I'm a girl, I must be just another pretty face without any ambition. While some of that is true, yes, I'm athletic, yes, I am more reserved, some of those assumptions are only based on my appearance and ultimately don't reflect my true story. Because of the mold society has made for me, people are hindered from recognizing me for me. Whether you believe it or not, stereotypes are real, and they ultimately affect all of us. I've had this dream, ever since I was little, to be a civil engineer. I love math, science, and thinking outside the box, all of which has driven me to pursue a career in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or better known as STEM. And as you probably know, this is unique for a girl. It's so unique that I'm the only girl in my engineering class of almost 30 this year. As if that isn't enough, I get looks from people visiting our class, and I already know what they are thinking. On multiple occasions, I've been asked what I'm doing in there, as if it's some kind of mistake that a young lady is in an engineering class. Because according to society, I'm not supposed to be. But despite all the doubts and discouragement, I've continued to follow my aspirations. I plan on majoring in civil engineering, which goes to show I wasn't going to allow stigmas to dictate my future. Inevitably, profiling discourages people from following their dreams. But when it comes down to it, what you choose to do will define who you are, not what others choose to think of you. I chose to let the doubt and negativity fuel me to do what I wanted. I chose to prove them wrong and show my haters my true capabilities. I wasn't going to let those judgments define me, because there's more to me than just that. Actor and television personality Carson Kressley puts it perfectly. People are much deeper than stereotypes. That is the first place our minds go. Then you get to know them, and you hear their stories, and you say, I'd have never guessed. Whether you believe it or not, there's more to you than just your stereotypes. The unfortunate truth I've witnessed is not everyone possesses the ability to push beyond those doubts and achieve what it is they desire. However, one thing everyone does possess is a choice on how to handle stigmas. You can choose to listen to them and be the typical jock or book nerd, or you can pursue what you want. You can follow your dreams because there's more to you than that. Every moment is dictated by one person, you. You have the control. You are the only one who can determine your future because it's your life, not society's. Many of you sitting in front of me are already fighting the norms. You're among the few who stand up against the conventional image. Keep striving for your desires. Keep pushing boundaries. Keep fighting for yourself and for your dreams. And for those who have struggled with your stereotypes, I challenge you to set a goal outside of your comfort zone. I challenge you to actively pursue it. I challenge you to stick with it even when you feel like you can't, because whether you believe it or not, you can. I challenge you to prove all the haters wrong and live for yourself. In doing this, I promise you will see results that reflect your true self. Like I told you in the beginning, I've been a first-hand victim, and I proved them wrong, something everyone in this room is capable of doing. With that, I'd like to close with a quote that I think represents what I've talked to you about today: the importance of persistence and staying true to yourself. It reads, "That which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will. To strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield." Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. in recognition of your accomplishment as Glenn High School's first valedictorian, we have honored you with a special gold medal with Valedictorian engraved in it. We are extremely proud of you, and you have set a standard for future Grizzlies to strive for. Thank you very much. It is now my honor to introduce someone who is very special to me, to our school, and to our school district and the community of Leander. Mr. Tom Glenn is not only our school's namesake, but he is our students' and staff's biggest cheerleader, supporter, and champion. If you visit Glenn High School during the school day or in the evening, you will likely see Mr. Glenn visiting with staff, attending games and banquets, and just talking with students. You may be thinking, well, he's retired. He should have time for that. Well, it's true, he is retired. However, his retirement hasn't slowed him down one bit. He is on numerous boards and committees throughout the Leander, Cedar Park, and Liberty Hill communities. He is a strong advocate for schools, our students, our staff, and our communities. As if that isn't enough, he also mentors me and that probably takes most of his time. We are so lucky to have our school named after such a special man. Every single one of us associated with our school strives every day to make him proud. It is my honor to introduce Mr. Tom Glenn.
Thank you, Arturo. Bet you thought this day would never come, did you? I need to start today by thanking a couple of groups of people. First group is our Board of Trustees. They've given me the opportunity to be associated with this wonderful school and with you. And for that, I will be eternally grateful. Being on a school board is a tough job. It's a lot of hard work, long hours. You don't get paid for it. And every 3 or 4 years, you have to run for re-election. Lots of times, people don't like you much because of the decisions you make. So I think they're a very special group of people. I want to single out 3 members, 2 who are now still serving and 1 who has retired from the board, because they were on the board and I had the opportunity and good fortune to work with them for many years. Those 3 members are Don Heisel. I don't know if Don's up here or in the audience. Stand up, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. Pam Wagner. And Grace Barber Jordan. I really want to thank them for their many, many years of leadership and service to our school district and our community. Second group I want to thank is the faculty and staff of Glenn High School, and especially your principal, Mr. Arturo Lamali. You know, I've had some experience in developing, working with, and evaluating high school principals. Some really, really good ones, and some, okay. You got the best. I got to know Mr. Lamali before the school was even finished being built. And the first time I met him, I thought, man, we hit the jackpot. It didn't take long. And I had a ringside seat to watch him hire this wonderful staff that you have here at Glenn High School. And he did a great job of that. But what impressed me most is how he, along with you, has developed the unique culture of Glenn High School. and it is something special. You haven't had the opportunity to go around and visit lots of high schools. I have. This is a special place. He, along with you, made that happen. As I watch him walk through the halls and interact with you, it's obvious to me that he loves you. And it's also obvious to me that he loves you back. So let's give it up for Mr. Lamali and this entire faculty and staff. You know, when we met before this event to go over speeches with Emily and Maddie and several others, I asked them, what do you want to hear from me? And to their credit, they didn't say, just say a couple of words, sit down and shut up, because you're not our highest priority today. They were very kind. I said, you're getting advice from everybody in the world. Do you want advice? And they said, yeah, you can give us some advice. Well, what's really important to us is let us know you're proud of us. So here's my advice. Embrace your mistakes. Well, that's great, Mr. Glenn. You're telling me to go hug my mistakes. That's just wonderful. Sage advice. Really, all I'm saying is you're going to make mistakes. Everybody in this room has made mistakes, whether they'll admit it or not. We all do, and you will. I'm sure you already have. All I'm saying is use those mistakes to your betterment. Learn from them. Don't keep making the same one over and over and over again. It's not always easy to embrace that mistake when you're within the turmoil of it. But after it's over, and most mistakes aren't fatal, after it's over, look back, use it as a learning opportunity, and learn from it. So let's get on to the pride part. You know, when I was a superintendent, I told our high school principals, I told our graduates, I told our faculty and staff, I want this to be a quiet, calm, solemn occasion. Well, I'm not superintendent anymore. What are they going to do? Fire me? Everybody in this room is proud of you. You can just feel the love coming down on top of you. But I've listened and watched, and we've had several nice rounds of applause, and everybody got up and yelled when you came in. But we really haven't really stood and tried to raise the roof off of this building and letting you know really how proud we all are of you. So, hold on. So I want us to act like this is a hockey game, because these students are doing something much more important than a hockey game or a football game. And what they've done is set a high bar for a brand new high school. They've helped set the culture. They've led the way. And I think we ought to, on the count of 3, stand up and really let them know how we feel about them as a group. 1, 2, 3. Let's go! We are, hold on. See, that's why we used to say it needs to be a solemn occasion, because I just lost control of the whole thing. Okay, you'll get to scream again in a little while. See, we really are proud of you. All right. So with that, I say to you, the one and only first graduating class of 2019 of Glenn High School, go forth, do good, and make us even prouder of you than we already are.
Thank you again, Mr. Glenn, for your support, your words of wisdom, your encouragement, and your celebrations. Again, we can't thank you enough, Mr. Glenn. Let's give Mr. Glenn a round of applause one more time. I'm buying us a little bit of time as our seniors, choir members, join the choir for the very last time. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Glenn High School Choir under the direction of Miss Brittany Nixon, who will perform Go the Distance. Thank you, choir. Thank you, senior choir students. Let's give them a round of applause one more time. Great job, everybody. Great job. Okay. It is with great pride that I begin the most anticipated portion of our ceremony, the presentation of the 2019 graduates. Today, they will receive their diplomas, and being that they are the first graduating class, Mr. Glenn will be providing them a commemorative coin to symbolize that they are OGs, original Grizzlies. President Johnson, the Board of Trustees, and Dr. Troxel, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Glenn High School, I certify that all students here today have met all graduation requirements as stipulated by the Board of Education and the Texas Department of Education. It is my honor to present to you the graduates of the 2019 inaugural class of Glenn High School. At this time, I would like to ask staff and guests to please come forward as we begin the conferring of diplomas. Announcing our graduates this morning is one of our AP teachers and a very dear coach of ours, Mr. Alberto Guzman.
Will the first row rise and please come forward? Audience members, today's ceremony is intended to be celebratory and exciting. However, we request that it be dignified and honoring all of our graduates. Our goal is that each name would be clearly understood. Therefore, we respectfully request that you refrain from lengthy displays so that the next name might be clearly heard and honored. Thank you. Emily Delane Marshall. Emily Marie Jones. Presley Nicole Pargin. Raquel Cameron Hopkins. Aliza Chinka. Brianna Ray Ramsey. Matthew Richard Winkley. Grace Elizabeth Simmons. Thomas George Harden. Amanda Renee Larson. Kayla Aguilar. Mario Agundis Jr. Hannah Raquel Aldridge. Hayden Aspen Aldridge. Angelica Carmona Alonso. Logan Cedric Anderson. Emily Keiko Armstrong. Abraham Jacob Artega. Tanya Baderis. Zion Jonathan Baptiste. Travion Dwayne Barlow. Dean Robert Barre. Brianna Marie Barrientos. Robinson William Basat. Emily Victoria Batista de Oliveira. Chelsea Grace Beard. Nacheli Said Benavides. Andrea Benitez Rivera. Mark Stephen Bent. Nima Barigi. Elena Yukino Blair. David Gabriel Blake. Jonathan Tyler Blonder. Anazia Denise Boyk Davis. Gabriel Laughlin Bolden. Alexis Nicole Bollinger. Morgan Jane Bonvillian. Cecily Michelle Pateo. Taylor Christian Bouillon. Luis Alberto Breseño Sheffield. Grady Fitzgerald Brown. Trent Nathaniel Brown. Kelsey Ray Bruner. Quaylen Latrell Mont Bryant. Aiden Thomas Barrett. Rogelio Campos Herrera Jr. Michaela Liana Cantu. Parker Christopher Capriati. Nathaniel David Carinas. Sydney Jade Carvajal. Cameron Caroline Cruceras. Darren Jose Rivera Castro. Pedro Cervantes. Guadalupe Samantha Chavez Jimenez. Jaden Robert Cheviers. Teresa Joanne Childers. Vaughn Joseph Chodaki. Evan Wade Coleman. Sky Kayla Marie Colmenero. Kaylee Angel Copeland. Eric Cornejo. Bowen Matthew Corradini. Andrés Jesus Cortés. John Ronald Costarel. Antonia Elizabeth Cox. Mia Josephine Crane. Gabriel Jalen Crawford. Michael Anthony Crawford. Brian Paul Creel. Amber Dawn Crum. Jacqueline Cuellar. Alexander Thomas Dankworth. Ashlyn Marie Davidson. Audrey Kaylin Davis. Manuel Alexander de los Santos III. Carissa Rose de Ocampo. Victoria Rose de Parwa. Cheyenne Nicole Duckett. Rylan Michael Dunaway. Alexei Giancarlos Edwards. Andrew George Douglas Iband. Ike Inauer. Josiah Nicolas Dean Ike Inauer. Danielle Renee Endel. Natalie Michelle Escobar Amaya. Juan de Dios Fajardo Jaramillo. Keenan Robert Farquhar. Thomas Richard Felkins. Allison Danae Felty. Viola Nail Figline. Teddy Kate Finch. Andrea Flores Lara. Jeff Francis Diaku. James Earl Fraser V. Rachel Victoria Frills. Datarian Saquon Gamble. Angel Miguel Garcia. Nicholas Julian Garcia. Sean Anthony Garcia. Carson Reed Garza. Wyatt Edward Gear. Joseph Gibson. David William Gillette III. Isabel Gilmore. Arnel Nico Ados Giron. Caris Rose Giuliano. Savannah Quinn Glass. Caitlin Elizabeth Golden. Ruben Grande Jr. Claudia Elena Jade Reyes Guerra. Kevin Isaac Guerra. Haley Han Huey. Heather Marie Hahn. Hayden Aaron Hamilton. Coral Shay Hanks. Sabrina Harris. Nathan Charles Hatter. Drew Malik Cleve Headley. Emmanuel Hernandez. Jorge Luis Hernandez. Joshua Hugh Hernandez. Coy Octavia Hernandez. Montserrat Hernandez. Jose Hernandez Grande Jr. Yasmin Aurora Hernandez. Matthew Alexander Hester. James Liam Hobbs. Haley Claire Holmes. Noah Lawrence Holmes. James Ryan Horton. Xavier Jermaine Houston. Caitlin Marie Howell. Sydney Jordan Howell. Jessica Lynn Huber. Bailey Cheyenne Huckabee. Brianna Marie Huggins. Tori Shay Hutchinson. Caitlin Nicole Jaramillo. Jonathan Jimenez. Nelisa Jimenez. Jamal Kirkpatrick Johnson, Jr. Mahari Safari Johnson. Tyler Elizabeth Johnson. Haley Savannah Jones. Samuel Juarez Jimenez. Srilok Karaturi. Leafy Casey. Brandon Sloan Kuiper. Dwayne Xavier King Jr. Quentin Keith Koenig. Nicklin Alice Kurth. Jeffrey Daniel Kurth. Carson Allen Kraus. Connor Micah Kraus. Alexis Casey Kruger. Aaliyah Monique Lagares. Olivia Keenan Langdon. Justin Joseph Levitt. Callie Danae Leva. Jesse Lerma Gaspar. Riley Aaron Lim. Shaliria Tierra Lindsay. Hunter Christopher Labato. Colton Mateo Locricchio. Kendall Beth Longacre. Lauren Sage Lopez. Leilani Danae Lopez. Zane Michael Lopez. Alana Jade Luna. Jerome Albert McFoy. Casey Nicole Maddox. Christian Grover Maddox. Amanda Kathleen Maglich. Andrew Mitchell Maglich. Betsida Maldonado Guerra. Gracia Maria Macias Martinez. Austin James Martin. Holly Nicole Martin. Samuel Allen Martin. Aline Martinez. Nevaeh Florencia Martinez. Alejandra Martinez Gonzalez. Richard Chase Maynard. Eden Kathleen McCoy. Gabrielle Michelle McDonald. Addison Denise McFall. Madeline Abigail Meads. Alejandra Madero. Marcus Sherrod Miles. Chad Wright Miller Jr. James Ryan Mills Jr. Caitlin Alexis Mitchell. Michaela Ann Moe. Samantha Lacorte Monroy. Kagan King Moore. Tiana LaShawn Champagne Moore. Haley Jolene Morales. Grant McAuliffe Morgan. Ethan William Morley. Logan Brian Musselwhite. Madison Elise Myers. Maurice Anthony Navarez Patterson. Riley Corinne Noggle. Madison Renee Ing. Elizabeth Fawn Wynn. Cecilia Zacopia Nini. Valerie Ann Nix. Gavin Bradley Noakes. Jasmine Lee Norman. Connell Gerald O'Brien. Amaya Charlotte Reese Owens. Luke Robert Pace. Eduardo Giovanni Palacios Teran. Rebecca Ann Parsley. Katrina Morgan Patterson. Trevor Edmund Paulson. Mauricio Alejandro Peña. Nathaniel Avaredo Perez. Gwyneth Natalie Pettis. Cole Armstrong Phillips. Kyle Digobe Pingwa. Terry Lee Pollock Jr. Gabriel Thomas Prater. Seth Malachi Ramirez. Benjamin Graham Rampy. Alina Rangel. Darren Redford. Christine Denise Reyes. Haley Don Koipo Pohai Ke Aloha Onale Momi Lani Rodi. Jacob Branson Reimer. Megan Julia Rybar. Allie Savannah Richardson. Raul Rico Lopez. Julia Ashley Rivera. Kevin Rivera. Zachary Ryan Rivera. Caitlin Eileen Roberts. Ruby Delilah Rodriguez. Yatzani Rodriguez. Navia Ruki. Trevor Rafael Pedro Rubio. Kimberly Joanna Ruiz. Melody Gracie Salinas. Monica Yanet Sanchez. Pepe Antonio Sanchez. Lindsay Elizabeth Sanders. Erica Yamilex Sandival. Jacob Christopher Santos. Sarah Minon Schaefer. Drake Edward Schmidt. Adriana Marie Shellnut. Marquette Tyrayshawn Shorter. Juan Carlos Silva Don Juan. Eduardo Silva Julian. Ricardo Civarillo. Clea Renee Cimental. Travis Kelly Simmons. Rochelle Lynn Simpson. Lamont Slade. Charles Trebig Smith. Ezekiel William Zachary Smith. Ethan Glenn Smotek. Alejandro Daniel Soto. Brendan Jacob Spires. Michael Gavin Standard. Colton Lee Stanton. Hannah Love Stedman. Sydney Joe Steer. Devin Ray Sturmer. Dakota Lee Stevenson. Jake Debs Stamper. Jesse Stewart. Mercedes Ruth Stewart. Samson Moriarty Sturdy. Kai Edward Sturm. Destiny Marie Tanguma. Divine Beauty Taylor. Gavin Robert Tebby. Amos James Thompson. Corin Benet Thompson. Matthew John Thrush. Noemi de Najero Mondragon. Jacob Brooks Trim. William Earl Triplett III. Clay Marcus Upton. Kobe Kevin Utek. Aaron Christopher Valverde. Caleb Ryan Vanderslice. Trinity Jade Vanderslice. Caesar Varela. Daniel Thomas Vasquez. Stephen Vega. Lily Villarreal. Bryn Catherine Vinclaric. Joshua Andrew Vital. Pierce Ethan Wade. Tara Lee Wallace. William Wayne Walls. Brittany Leanne Walter. Cameron Baloo Walther. Caleb Wayne Whitley. Peyton Nicole Whittlesey. Trey Evan Weidmer. Garland Wilkes III. Mark Austin Williams. Peyton Andrew Worley. Owen Michael Yeoman.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the inaugural class, Glenn High School. Thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last official first. We'll wait for the last ones. You may be seated. This is our last official first. From the very start, we said that this would be a 3-year opening, and now that opening is complete. The last 3 years have truly been a blessing and success. As we have said from the beginning, the building has all the bells and whistles of a new school, but what has come to define Glenn isn't the amazing furniture, the high-end technology, or the collaborative spaces. It is the people within it and the people who have made this school a reality. I want to begin by thanking our past and present school board members and district leaders for being trailblazers in creating a learning environment that truly prepares students for life after high school. Without their vision and their leadership, our students would have not have had the opportunities that they have had. Thank you to our staff, many of whom have been here from the very start, and those that have been added to our amazing staff of the last 2 years. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us. Thank you for embracing discomfort. And thank you for choosing to be a Grizzly. Thank you to our parents for your patience, understanding, and the countless hours that so many of you have put into building our athletics and fine arts booster clubs, our PTSA, project graduation, Grizzly dads, and so much more. It truly does take a village to support our students, and we would not be here without you. Thank you to our partners, including the City of Leander, American Constructors, and Pfluger Architects, who not only worked to make this building a reality, but supported us at our opening and still support us to this very day. Thank you to our site-based team members over the years, made up of local leaders, business members, educators, and parents. Your feedback and guidance over the years have been invaluable as we work to improve our practices. Thank you to the faith-based organizations, our pastors, who every year have met at Glenn at the start of the school year to hold their monthly meeting. If there is a family in need, we go to them, and time again, they step up and bless our families and our community. Thank you to our entire LISD family, from construction teams to purchasing to teaching and learning, custodial teams, nutrition services, and so many more. It takes all of you and more to open a school as successfully as we have. Lastly, on a personal level, my last thanks, I want to thank my wife, Lindsay, my kids who wanted to be in school this morning at LMS in Baghdad, my mom who's visiting here from out of state, and my tia who drove her up here from San Antonio. I am blessed to have such a supportive and loving family. Let's give all those partners, some of which are seated in section 108 and throughout the building, a round of applause. It's now time for me to brag a little bit about the foundation that this senior class has set over the last 3 years. Let me tell you, Glenn is on the map. People have taken notice. Hashtag Glenn has arrived. Some perspective. Academically, in year one, 100% of the AP Spanish language and culture students who tested received college credit, and we had 2 students advance to regional and UIL academics and journalism. In year 2, we had our very first group of AP scholars, including 13 AP scholars, 3 AP scholars with honors, and 1 AP scholar with distinction. In year 3, this year, we had a total of 391 students taking a total of 615 AP exams. That is up from 144 students and 144 AP exams in year 1. This is a testament to our teachers who embrace all students in advanced coursework. Hashtag Glenn has arrived. Athletically, in year 1, with only freshmen and sophomores, our girls wrestling program won our very first district championship. In year 2, in the 4A district, in our first year in the 4A district, every single athletic team that was eligible to make the playoffs that year did so in the first year of eligibility. This is an accomplishment that's unheard of. And in year 3, our first year in 5A, our football team won a district title in the very first year of eligibility. It was reported that Glenn High School is the first ever Austin area school to win a district title in its first year. Hashtag Glenn has arrived. Fine arts. In year 1, our theater team made it to the state in 1-act play in the first year of eligibility. In year 2, our band was awarded BOA San Antonio Super Regional 2A bronze medalist in our very first Super Regional appearance. In year 3, 2 students went to the state vase art competition in San Marcos, bringing home superior and exemplary ratings. Hashtag Glenn has arrived. There are so many more successes throughout the school and the programs being built, such as Glenn Engineering, Computer Science, Yearbook Broadcast, and I would be remiss to not acknowledge our FFA and culinary programs, both of which may already be the best in the state. Did you know that we had a state placer in horse judging, and our barbecue team placed 5th out of 67 schools at the Texas Barbecue Championship? More importantly, we got first place in brisket. That's better than being first place overall. We got first place in brisket. That's what I'm talking about. Hashtag Glenn has arrived. My biggest thank you is to the graduates, to you guys. I can't thank you students enough for believing in Glenn, for showing pride, excitement, and for buying into what we were trying to create. I know it wasn't easy and always fun. We had a lot of growing pains, such as Cave 6.0, yet time and again you adapted and you would grind. You showed perseverance, you showed pride in your school, and you helped define what it meant to have Grit Plus 3. I am extremely proud of each and every one of you. I've told you this before and I say it again. I love each and every one of you. You will always have my support when you need it, now until forever. Once a Grizzly, always a Grizzly. Hashtag Glenn has arrived. And now we would like to share a few memories from this past year. Special thanks to Miss Winkley, our amazing broadcast teacher, for putting this video montage together.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh. Born to a throne, stronger than Rome, but violent prone, poor people's zone. But it's my home, all I have known. Where I got grown, streets we would roam. Out of the darkness, I came the farthest. Among the hardest survival. Learn from these streets, it can be bleak. Accept no defeat, surrender, retreat. So we struggling, fighting to eat, and we wondering when we'll be free. So we patiently wait for that fateful day. It's not far away, but for now we say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh, so many wars.
Cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. Shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Yeah.
It's always a noise, and life is a pain, but I'll use my voice, my tune to sing. You know that
I have been waiting for this. I have been fighting for this. Dream in my soul, and I won't let it go. You know that
they try to keep me down, but I just get higher. They try to keep me down, but I just get higher.
wait, I'm wrong. Should have done better than this. Please, I'll be strong. I'm finding it hard to resist. So show me what I'm looking for. Save me, I'm lost. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for you. I'll pay any cost. Save me from being confused. Show me what I'm looking for. Show me
To provide our closing remarks, Senior Representative Gracia Mancias Martinez.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, class of 2019 and loved ones. I'd like to first thank my family in Spanish. A mis padres, Adriana Isela y Gabriel Mancillas, ustedes son la razón por que estoy aquí hoy. Son mi fortaleza y mi energía. A mis hermanos Gabriel y Maximiliano, ustedes son mis amores y protección. Gracias. A mis abuelos, mami y papi, ustedes destellos de amor para mí, gracias. Y sin faltar nono y nona, que amo con todo dentro de mí, ustedes son mi poesía y canto, gracias. It has been nothing short of an honor to bloom alongside my peers. It's been breathtaking. I'm proud of every graduate in this class. I'm proud to be here with all of us. I'm proud to see how far we've all come. It hasn't been easy, it's been scary, and we have had our doubts. But never forget that satisfaction, success, and all the fun we've had. As we enter a new era in our lives, we may come to be too fearful to continue or too insecure in ourselves. We may lose hope. I ask not to lose hope in ourselves. I ask to remember how much each one of us is worth. I ask for us not to forget to keep learning, to not ignore our youthful curiosity. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Thank you to the loved ones who came to watch the first graduating class of Glen High School. Please keep giving us strength. Know that we fought in our own ways to get to this day. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite senior choir members Caitlin Golden and Jacob Reimer to the stage. I ask my fellow graduates to please stand and join me in singing of our school song, which will be played by the Glen High School Band under the direction of Kim Shuttlesworth.
Okay, step back, let them go to the mic.
For Glen High will always stay true, pride and passion in all we do, embracing tradition set before, towards victories we will roar. Hand in hand we gather together, navy, orange, and white, forever.
And now you guys go to the center. Go lock arms. Go ahead. You guys, go ahead.
And now I'm going to ask that my fellow classmates join me on stage as all graduates lock arm as we participate in our Are You Proud to Be a Grizzly chant.
Oh, we can do it too, right?
Can we go?
Oh, you want to go up here? Graduates, you may stay standing. The tassel attached to your cap is rooted in academic symbolism from the Middle Ages. In recognition of the conferring of your diplomas, tradition holds that your tassel be turned from right to left. Please turn your tassel. With the turning of your tassel, we wish you farewell. We will see you in the future. Go once a Grizzly, always a Grizzly. To the class of 2019, congratulations. Go Grizzlies! Just a reminder, Grizzlies, you will recess out the way you came in.
I don't have one. So, that'd be great. That'd be